Okay, so yeah, we're back at this combine header. It is not sunny today, not at all. And in fact, the sun is up there. But anyhow, yesterday we worked at this grain platform here, getting it ready to go. As you saw, me and Joe did the long dividers, which worked out pretty good. But yesterday, me, Timothy, and Cody did new knife sections on the knife. So what we have to do now is actually take a few shims out of the hold downs because they're worn to the point where there's too much space between there, and it's not going to allow for a nice clean cut. So what I was doing last night before it got too dark down on the other end was actually taking shims out and making it that the space is close enough that it will have a nice clean cut. Now, for those of you that don't know what a nice clean cut will do, it will reduce the amount of shatter when I'm going through the soybeans, because instead of it trying to bend the plant over, it makes a nice clean cut and it just cuts it. There's no rattling of the plant causing the pod to fly off, or even the pod to open up and the beans to go flying. So you want a nice sharp knife as you're heading in. The other thing is, I had Cody replace one of these guides because that guide was bad, and I believe there was only 2 pins that were bad, so he replaced 2 pins, put those in there, and yeah, so that's all nice and good to go. The other thing was I had to put the panels back on, which needed a plate welded on the back side, so I manufactured, there was clips that went in there. I don't know if there's any laying around here now, but I think we pretty much threw them away. But I had to weld nuts on the back side of that so that they would be, I would be able to put them on and off without any problems. Usually when you take these doors off, you got to you got to break them and redo what their stupid little thing was to begin with. Those clips suck. So anyway, so we're all ready to go as far as this header is concerned, other than these keepers, these hold downs needing to be readjusted. And with nice new blades on there, it should be about half again as sharp as what it ought to be. I would have liked to change the guards, but just didn't have the time to do it because I want to get going on cutting soybeans, and I'm sure you want to see that too. So anyways, yeah, stay tuned because I'm going to be cutting here pretty shortly as soon as Tim gets my header cart. Oh, I might as well show you my header cart then. Years ago, I built this header cart for a 20-foot header, and I made it a little long just for the simple reason that maybe I would be buying a bigger header. So here's where it came to here, and down there it stuck over about a foot. So there was about, there was about 3 feet this way and a foot that way. That gives me 4 feet. So that new header will fit on this cart. Let's see. So anyways, what I did was I welded those axles you bought. You could buy them at Tractor Supply years ago. Actually, it was Central Tractor, or Quality Central Tractor. But yeah, so I built this, and there it is. You can raise and lower. You slide that forward or back, and it's long enough. I butt spliced that together and just used heavy angle iron there for the hitch. And that was that. Used it quite a few years. This thing here is pretty much useless, though. Timothy's got it on the 720, so it's going to take a while for a couple of acres. I got around this 43-acre field not even twice. I came up, back, and around once, and then I came around the back side, but I didn't get but 2/3 of the way around on the second time. So she's doing really, really well. Cutting nice and clean. Bean here and there, which is normal for, is shelling out in the head or shattering in the head. Just pretty normal stuff. Maybe there's a bean every foot or so, a couple spots. We had some deer get into we're heading into the field here, and they're actually knocking the beans out of the pod, so I'm going to really run on this pretty quick. But yeah, we're going to put the GoPro on the header of this combine here in a few minutes.